Alright, first things first. I love Procreate. I love it. Procreate has literally changed my life and I love it. So thank you. But there's one thing that really drives me up a wall. It makes me so frustrated to when it happens, I literally sometimes just close my eyes and just succumb to the nightmare of this one little tick. I'm hearing some strange noise outside. I have to make sure it's not like a monster. Let's get into it. So let's say I have this little character and I want to animate him talking. So I have my little animation here, and let's say I want to have him blinking here. So I'm going to choose this color, and I'll add another layer on top, and I'll do this really quickly. So I'm just adding this blue color here, and then I'll take black and just add this so he has a blink. Okay, so pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now I want to keep this frame, so let's say I duplicate this frame, and all I want to do is merge this down to this layer because I'm working on an animation with a bunch of layers. So all I want to do is bring this down to this layer and keep working on my animation. So the easiest thing to do, merge down, and every single one of my layers opens from merging down. Now the good thing is you can tap on that layer, you can long press that layer, and only that layer will open. But again, since I have so many layers, then I have to go all the way down to the bottom. I have to click my background again, and any other layers that I was working with, I would have to click them again to open them back up. So let's say I wanted to change his eye color for all of these. I would basically have to make the eye color, and then let's say I wanted to merge them all. The only way to do that is, instead of merging these two, I have to make them invisible. Like let's say we have this layer and we have this layer, and let's say we want to merge them. So like I was saying before, if I try to merge them, everything is going to open up. So that's annoying. So what I have to do is put the background layer back on, and it gets really tedious to always have to turn the background layer back on and all that stuff. So I don't know why it does that, but so if I want to be able to merge this layer and this layer, what I have to do is make them invisible, merge them, and then it works without opening the other layers. It doesn't seem like it's that big of an issue, but again, when it comes to animating, and I'm literally animating so many layers at once, and sometimes I have to go and make tweaks, so I have to do that for like 20 layers in a row, and I have to make sure that they're invisible and then merge them, because if I accidentally merge them and one of the layers is visible, then it opens every single layer in the whole animation. And every time I accidentally do this and this pops up, I get extremely frustrated because I just want to be able to just continue to work on that layer, on this layer. I just want to merge and be able to continue to work on that layer. I don't want to have to go all the way down here, turn back on the background layer, go all the way up, and then turn on the other layers that I may have been working on. So that's the one thing. The other thing, let me delete this layer. Whoops, I accidentally deleted it, and I didn't have it hidden, so it opened every layer. So another issue that I come across is, so this is an animation, obviously. Let's say I just want to animate these 7 layers or whatever. I go to Animation Assist, and these are the only layers that I have visible. These 7 layers. I have no other layers visible except for the shadow, except for the background layer. And I have no other layers above. Everything else is invisible. And I thought that since I have these layers isolated, I should be able to play the animation and it would just play those three. But as you can see, it plays the whole animation regardless as to what frames I have on. It just plays the whole animation instead of just these 7 frames that I want to work with. But yeah, that's pretty much those are the major issues that I have. Again, all in all, I love Procreate for animation. I'm new to animation, but that's the only thing that I have to make sure that I don't do is accidentally make a change. Like, let's say I want to I don't know, give him some texture or something like that. Then I have to make sure that I hide this layer, hide that layer, merge them. Then I have it with texture. Otherwise, if I just do the simple task of merging these and trying to move on. Okay, so in animation, it doesn't happen when I'm in animation mode, which is good. The only problem is I like to do it on the regular mode because, let me go back and show you why I do that. So the reason why I do most of my editing out of animation mode, oh god, did it again, is because I like to see this in full color. Like, I like to just work on it and be able to see. When it's in animation mode, if I'm doing the editing, then that is light. Like, I don't want to see it light unless I go to that layer. And the only way to do that is I would have to draw right on it. And I just don't like doing that because let's say I want to change it for all of these layers. So then I have to duplicate it, bring it down, duplicate it, bring it down. So if I want to do that for all of these guys, add this little bit of texture, then I have to make sure that I hide them. I have to hide everything. Then I have to merge them all when they're hidden. And I would rather be able to see what I'm merging and see what's happening, not have to hide them in order to see like what's going on, in order to see like what I'm merging. So that's pretty much the only issue, the only thing that really bugs me. All right, so 2 more other quick things that aren't really that much of a big deal. But let's say I want to drag these 3 layers to a new canvas. So gallery, let's say I want to drag them to this canvas. So now it's open, but if I drop them here, I don't know if you can see, the 3 is blue. If I bring them outside of the canvas and then bring them back, now we get the green, so now I can drop them. But if I try to I'll go back and do it again I should have chose another file because this one is quite big. Okay, so let's say I want to drag these 3 layers to a different canvas. We'll drag it to the same canvas. So now I haven't dragged it outside of the drawing layer, so I'll just drop them and they don't show up. And we can try it again on a smaller image. So we'll take this layer and we'll open up another I want to open up a small. We'll use this one. So we'll wait for this bar to get up this time. And right now we don't see there's no green, but if I bring it outside, oh, I brought it too far. That was my fault. I can only bring it up a small bit because if I bring it all the way out, then it deletes, which is annoying. So if I want to try that again, try here, I'll wait for this to load. Come on, load, load, load. Okay, now it's loaded, so there's no green, but if I go outside and bring it back in, then it imports. So other than that, the only other thing is sometimes if I want to add a photo, so insert a photo. Oh, it actually worked that time. So yes, I would say 75% of the time, the first time I add a photo on a, it will crash. Not crash, but it'll just be still. So let's see if it works again. And if it does, then I tried. But usually it gives me some. Okay, so it works. So it's working this time. Usually it just freezes, and I have to press home and then press Procreate again. But yeah. So we'll call it a day. But as again, like I said, I love Procreate, and I just wanted to make a video of those things. Maybe someone at Procreate will see. Maybe someone will see and have a fix. If you do have a fix, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a like and a subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at DrugFreeDave. As always, keep drawing, and I'll see you in the next video.